Here it is, motherfuckers. The top fucking 5 of our Filthy 15. These are the top 5 albums of the year that we agreed on. That we were like normally we agree. Like normally on a Filthy 15, we come to it on one. Like we agree on one. Again, these are in no particular order. But normally we come down to one that's on both of our lists. This year it was 5.
Yeah. I guess you want to get technical. There is like a legitimate number one for it.
Oh yeah, yes. But there is
if
we do agree, as every year.
Yeah.
As every year.
We just happen to have 5 we
do agree. Solid. Like these next 4 are in no particular order, just like the last 10.
Yeah.
But the final one is the one we agree on as the best album of the year. But to kick us off, we gotta start with our fucking brothers. With our fucking bad motherfuckers. With fucking Corrupto! Yeah. Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, dude.
Funeral Corridor! Come on. Like, are you...
Like, as a follow-up to their last one, like...
Blood Moon.
Yeah, and to, like... I don't know, like, we did...
Go off!
Yeah. I was, like... I'm very... Like, the fact that this came out the way that it did, like, the fact that it was such a... I don't know, just like a whole like 360 from where they kind of started, and just like hearing like all the like the progressions of it. I get that artwork in there. Yeah, I know we talked about it quite a bit. We did a whole episode on it.
Yep.
It like there's just honestly like some of their best songs that they've written up to this point, and some of the stuff that I feel like will be kind of like a big staple for them kind of going forward. Specifically, I mean, like, dude, what is heavier than Forever in Exile of Darkness? Like, there's just like, and that's the thing that really gets me about this album is like the first half, because they put out quite a few singles for it. They did like 2 videos for, I believe it was Tormented Egress. That might have been a lyric video. I think it was Blessed Obsession and Moribund, which are 2 of like. Just this, I mean, like even in that really shows like some real like influence, some real like, you know, just things that they've kind of taken from other bands and kind of like put it into their sound. But I really think that, like, you know, kind of like we said on a lot of it, like I think that the big shining moments of it are really like from like 6 to the end of the record, like just that midway point is like it just, man, like there's some really like they kind of stepped out of just like the traditional like comfort zone of like death metal really on this one. And like even like from hearing it when we were doing the whole recordings of it and stuff, like it just like I'm like, this is the same band, like this is
right,
you know, like and you know, and like, you know, just set aside from the actual record, like just the fact that like, you know, just what they've been able to do as far as like, you know, bands they've opened for and times that we've seen them and stuff, and like, you know,
we saw them open for Cannibal.
Yeah, like that's no small feat, really. That's no small accomplishment, and it's fucking awesome to see, you know, just to see your peers like that, and just to have this be something that is like, it came out kind of. Do you have a release date on this?
Yes. Yes, I do. August 21st.
Right. So it was like midway through the year.
Yep.
So to have it be like that, and then to have, you know, and I think I remember like there was quite a few that came out around this time, and like
there was actually, yeah.
To have this kind of be the one that, like, you know, to be like, you know, to, you know, like peers and like out. Friends and stuff, and to have it be the one that really is like, fuck, man, like, this is intense, like, kind of stuff. Like, yeah, it's, I love it. I've gone back to it quite a few times.
This album fucking floored me.
Yeah.
It almost like actually freaked me out a little bit. Like, honestly, in the same way, and I didn't say this earlier, but in the same way that Titan did, I was like, holy fucking shit, I know these people. Like,
right.
I was
yeah.
like, whoa.
Yeah.
And that's what freaks me out about a lot of the bands that we talked about tonight. That just, A Suffocating Live, Victims of the System, War, Interpreter, Rivera, A Fitting Revenge, all these bands that have been on the show, Scream at the Sky, all these bands that have been on the show, like, I hear them and I go, holy fuck. Like, what? Like, you guys should be huge. Like, this is insane. This is so fucking good. It blows my mind. And then on top of it all, these guys are from Lansing.
Yeah.
Like, we know these guys personally. They've been...
You fucking, like, partied together, man. Like,
we partied together, and
know.
actually, like, every member of the band has been on the show except one, and you know who you are, and I am waiting for you, because we need to talk about aliens.
Yes.
You know who you are. I fucking love you. You were I think, fuck, god damn it, am I wrong? No, I don't think I'm wrong about this. The last concert that I saw was Recorruptor.
Yeah.
And I believe it was his first
the first
show with them. Yeah.
That's crazy.
I believe and he, rock solid, dude.
Yeah. Oh,
fucking destroyed. Fucking destroyed. You know who you are. So you better fucking come on the show soon, because I cannot wait to talk to you. But yeah, man, like, every member of the band except the drummer that wrote the music for this album has been on the show.
Yeah.
And the drummer, come on!
Yeah.
I need you on here too. But these guys, we've partied with them. We've rocked with them. You have played with them.
Yeah, man. Every time it, like, anytime it's like us and, like, it's us and Recorruptor and, like, I don't know, there's a few other bands that we've done
Throne.
a few different, like, anytime it's like, oh man, this is gonna be, like, I'm looking forward, like, genuinely looking forward to this. Like, this is gonna be, like, this is gonna be awesome. Like,
yes.
You know.
Yes.
Everybody love everybody.
Everybody love everybody. Like, this is.
And we haven't had that in a while, so I'm hoping that, like, like, yeah, man, like, we talked about this quite a bit. We did a whole episode on it, and it's still, like, ever since then, like, I've only gotten more into it.
Yep.
And it's one that I really, like, it's, it's hard. It kind of makes you, like, it's like, oh shit, like, this, like that's pretty sick. Like, as far as, like, you could actually make this happen. Like, there's such a growth on it that just I didn't see coming.
Tremendous growth.
Yeah.
From Blood Moon to Funeral Corridor.
Yeah.
Yes.
So.
Tremendous growth.
Yeah.
And
they slowed it down on this, which I feel like the watchful eyes of sorry. Clint, you fucker with your long song titles.
Seriously, man.
They're sick though. Like, it's some of the best.
I love it.
Watchful Eyes and the Temple of Aspiration. Like, that's it might be one of my favorites of the year. Like, I remember hearing that live when they played it a couple of times when it was, like, fresh. I hope that's the slower song. I'm pretty sure it is. Like, in that, because that was kind of like what I knew it as before I knew the title. I was like, yeah, the slower one. You're like, oh yeah, like that,
Yeah.
But in any case, yeah, like, just to hear that, just to hear, like, the dynamic of it, just to, like, just to have it end on such a high note.
Yeah.
Like, the last, I don't know, like, there's just, you really go on and on about it, but, like, it's so awesome to see, like, just people, like, so close to you doing just that's just cool. Like, it's just,
they're amazing to me.
Yeah.
They're incredible human beings. They're some of the coolest fucking people I've ever fucking met. I cannot fucking wait. Like, I'm mad at myself that I haven't gotten them back on the podcast yet, quite frankly.
yeah, well.
Like, and don't get me wrong, people, I've tried. I hit Clint up, never heard back, but I'm gonna fucking try again.
Was it the 5-hour episode last year? Was it
We did that.
Is that was it? You know,
that was a real thing, but
No.
it was amazing.
Yeah,
And
I get it. I understand if that's what it was, but
but I want him back. I want Seth. I want Alex. I'm so sorry. I cannot remember.
well, you got it right in front of you. Fucking
No, I don't.
dingus. Yeah.
No, the new guitarist.
Oh.
Mike and the new guitarist we haven't had on yet, and I'm so sorry. I can't remember your name. Again, we've sat through this whole fucking episode. We're dog shit with names, all right, people? Like, it's not because we don't love you. It's just we drink too much. We drink too much.
That's what happens.
So it's dog shit. But I cannot fucking wait to have all of them back on the show. I'm going to be reaching out to them very soon. Quite frankly, like, we started the year with Victims of the System, and I want to continue the start of the year with Bogwraith and Recorruptor. Like, I want Bogwraith and Recorruptor back on this bitch right now.
Yeah, man.
Like, I feel like that's how we start the new year.
Kick it off.
So, I fucking love these guys. They are genuinely family to me. Like, if any of them hit me up on any given night, like, hey man, I need help with something, I'd fucking be there.
Yeah.
So that these guys are real as fuck to me. I love these guys, and man, like this album is
check it the fuck out.
I can't think of it. I'd be hard pressed to find a full length that I would say best. Say that I would want to best represent the Lansing metal scene. You know what I'm saying? A full length.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like this is the sound coming out of our town. So yeah, and that's why, and it blew both of us away, and we love these guys.
So we did an episode about it. Too.
Yeah.
Like.
So that's why Recorruptor, Funeral Corridor makes the list. Check them out on all social media. Get a physical copy. Pick up some merch from fucking Bandcamp. Like, these guys are fucking amazing. So.
And like, I mean, what's more solidifying than black and white artwork? Like,
it's a
you know,
it's fucking sick. It's fucking Clerks.
Yeah, man.
It's fucking the Mad
Notes.
The Mad Notes, dog. Like, holy shit, dude. The Mad Notes. So that is the first one of 5 that you and I fucking are like, this needs to make the list.
Undeniable.
Unfucking deniable. Next up, allow me to introduce a band. Thank you.
Ooh.
Let's go. Hang on. Let's go Orange.
Okay. Yeah. That's what I was thinking. Say we did Orange earlier, but
Fuck it.
Hey.
We're going with context of the conversation.
It's the main color.
Next up, we go with Dealing with Demons Volume 1 Devil Driver.
Fucking A.
Dealing with Demons Volume 1 Devil Driver. I mean, this is one of my favorite bands. Like I said in the previous few episodes, everybody has their top 4 with Anthrax and Metallica and all that stuff. But Megadeth, Slayer. But growing up, I had my own personal top 3. And that top 3 was Children of Bodom, Lamb of God, and Devil Driver.
For a long time, it was Slipknot, Lamb of God, and Devil Driver. So we're
holy shit. Yeah, there you go.
It was like the like 3 of the, and that's also why like I'm excited to be as into this. I'm excited that it's as high on the list as it is.
Yeah,
because it's like one of the first ones that they put out in a while. Like, well, as far as like original like full length albums,
right? Because they did do the cover album,
yeah, which was also insane.
Yeah,
but that like for the first time in a while, like it was like for them to put out something like this and to have it kind of like strike me as hard as it did, in kind of the same way that like You know, like I'd say it's more in line with like the Pray for Villains, like Winter Kills era, than it is with like the self-titled and
I because they did the Trust No One,
yeah,
which was the first big member change.
yeah,
And then they did the covers album, and then they did this one.
yeah,
And like I talked about on the Dark Reflections, I feel like the fucking Trust No One was like a stepping stone. And then the covers album was like a way for them to like tune up together in a real way, and then this one is their first like full on this is the new sound.
yeah.
And I gotta say, some of my all-time favorite Devil Driver cover artwork.
Yeah.
Hands fucking down. I love this cover artwork so fucking much.
I'm excited to see if the second part of it is like a continuation of it.
And again, this is part 1.
Yeah.
This is part 1 of this album. Part 2 is reportedly supposed to come out this year, I would assume. I don't know.
Yeah.
Really, there has been no mention of, like, all we know is they, God damn it, is they came out with Dealing with Demons Part 1, and that's what it even says. And they've said nothing yet on any podcast I've heard or anything about Part 2.
Yeah.
But I know it exists.
Yeah. Because they had like 20, 30 songs for
something crazy.
Yeah.
Dude. Something crazy. So, but on this one, I mean, Nest of Vipers, Wishing, Dealing with Demons, the title track, The Damn Don't Cry, Sears Me Forever. Like, so many tracks on this just stood the fuck out to me. They found their new groove with the new members, and they are forever in my personal top 3, and this album was insane. It was insane to me. It was insane.
It's kind of one that took me a little bit of time, to be honest.
Me too. I'm not gonna lie. Me too.
And I know that we talked about it on the episode. But there was, I don't know, like it wasn't really until like I came back to it and just kind of like, I don't know, just started listening. It's another one that like I feel like it really picks up towards the middle half, towards like the ending half. You know, Nest of Vipers. I mean, the first like 5 songs are all singles. Or were like all videos and stuff, and then you like get then the one that like there's a few that really stand out to me. You Gave Me a Reason to Drink with his son on it.
That's a great one.
Like that just has I love his vocal delivery on that, and I love like just how it's just like it just has this like it's as close to like that Resurrection Man kind of like. You know, just like that aggressive like stomp that they do quite a bit.
Yes.
It's the most like old school sounding song that they have on here. To me, I you know, Nest of Vipers, obviously, Witches.
Oh.
Like, those are some of my favorites.
How personal the lyrics are too.
Yeah.
Always speaks to me.
Mm-hmm.
I
think the title of the album is really fitting. I think,
yeah,
and I like what makes me excited about it. And I remember we talked about this was like, as heavy as some of it is, I feel like there's a part of it that was very like, you know, kind of, you know, like I don't even like talking about it like this because it's kind of I'm not to discredit it, but it almost kind of feels like it was playing a little bit on the safer side. It was a little bit lighter. It was a little more like radio stuff. Or like stuff that could have been potentially as far as like the singles go. I love the darkness that or like just like the darker sound that came out of like, you know, Keep Away From Me, like Vengeance Is Clear, that kind of stuff. Stuff that really felt like it was more like Last Kind Words, like Fury than anything they've written in a long time, which made me excited. And then like I don't know, it's just I just want more of that, like just that aggression, you know, and that like. You know, I don't know.
And they're still one of the fucking best bands live.
Yeah,
like,
and that's kind of not really even giving it that much credit because it's still a fucking aggressive record. Like
and we haven't seen it live yet.
Yeah,
that's the other part.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure it'll speak way differently. But yeah, man, like
I haven't seen any of it live, so and it will speak differently. But
yeah.
that
And even like Wishing, like this, the one sing. Sorry.
no, go on.
Like that song, like the first time it hit me, like it was, I don't know, like, and then you were like committed, or like said something about the fact that it was like they're trying to like write Sail in a way.
That
like,
it is Sail-esque.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
But like the more I listen to it, the more I'm like, I don't know, like it's just big.
Yeah.
Okay, and then like especially the parts where it really opens up and just changes, I think, or like kind of sets it apart and stuff. And
This album really does a crazy job at like incorporating the influences of all the covers they've done recently.
yeah,
And like putting that into the songs. Yeah.
yeah, which is why I don't know, Nest of Vipers, that one, like just that slide guitar, like gets stuck in my head so often.
Yeah. Absolutely.
It's great.
Absolutely. Ready to move on?
Yeah.
All right,
I got
man.
nothing else.
The fucking next one on our final fucking 5. We did A Suffocating Lie. No. Hold on. What did we do already? We did Recorruptor, and we did Devil Driver. Next up,
Man.
Destroy Everything!
Talking about
Hate Brain! Hard, baby! The hardest shit ever. Weight of the Fallen Self. Come on. Come the fuck on. Like,
mic drop. That's what it is.
That's what that was. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Weight of the Fallen Self. Like, it could be my favorite album since Supremacy. Like, it's non-stop, dude. Non-stop fucking hitters. I gotta grab it because I gotta read some of it. I fucked up. I'm sorry. Go on.
Well, shit, I got one right here.
Go.
I don't know, man. Like, I mean, right from the jump. Oh, you broke rip. You fucked it up. No, man. Like, right from the jump, hit you with like it's a again it's another quick like in and out. It's a quick like it's one of the shorter albums that came out this year.
Yep. Much like another one we will soon be talking about.
Yes, indeed. But yeah, man, to start off with Instinctive, and then like just
Let It Rot,
yeah.
dude. Let It Rot
Yeah.
is possibly the hardest fucking track that's come out this year.
Yeah.
Like, are you fucking kidding me?
There is, and very much like the Devil Driver, man. Like there's just moments of it where it's just like the best of what they've done over the last
Yes.
10,
Yes.
I guess 2 to 3 albums really.
To me, more like the AC/DC. Like, it's really just like
it's kind of
the
a victory
best.
lap.
Yeah. Less so in that sense to me, but more so in just like we're gonna capitalize on the best shit we've done.
Yeah.
We know. And it's just all of that.
Yeah.
It's just in your face. It's hard. And it's just, dude, top to bottom, man.
It's so just sick to hear, like, just them go back to that, like, just that, like, just balls out, just aggressiveness
Dude.
that's on this. Because there is some, like, I mean, This I Earned is basically, live for this. 2020, like,
and to me, like, Let It Rot was like almost like God damn it, what's that song that I love? It starts with a D. It's one word. Come on. Rise of Brutality.
Right.
God damn it. Defeatist? No.
That was
yeah, it's
Supremacy.
God damn it! I thought I almost had it right there.
Divine Judgment?
No!
No?
Rise of Brutality, the black and white cover.
Fucking Doomsayer?
Doomsayer! Thank you.
Yeah, oh man, yeah, that's a good.
Doomsayer.
Yeah.
Like,
definitely.
It's like Let It Rot is like a Doomsayer.
Yeah.
Dude. Like, it's so fucking hard, dude. Like,
yeah. I still, man, like really Cling to Life and The Herd Will Scatter. Like those two songs to me, like just kind of make this. Like it is like, I don't know, just the riffing on it, like just the, you know, I don't know, like it's the one time where like it just kind of breaks down, like especially The Herd Will Scatter, like that, and it was another like Yours Is Ours Is. It kind of there's a lot of that going on this record specifically. Like there's even like a pull from like Devil Driver that I could even like call to, but
Yours is.
But yeah, like I just, man, like, you know, I like being so into like the Lost Chapter stuff, being so into like their Concrete Confessional, the last album that came out. You know, there's so much off of that. That was such a darker, like aggressive record, and this to me feels like very much like a return to form to like just some of like the more like, I don't know, it's I don't know if this is proper, but like it's one of the more like fun Hatebreed albums that's come out in a while, because it's very like, you know, it's that sort of stuff that you look from when you want you know, when you want to hear their kind of, you know, their music and stuff. So
much like the AC/DC album to me.
Yeah.
Like it's very much it's very much like it's just everything they do best.
Yeah.
Encapsulated. They really put out a hard ass fucking record.
Yeah.
That's just phenomenal.
There's so much,
everything you want from them.
Yeah. There's so much of it that's like it's as far as like lyrically, like, you know, to go from like there's a couple of songs that are straight up like you know, uplifting, like PMA, like kind of look inside yourself kind of stuff. But then there's just others that are just like, there's just some heat to them. Like there's just some, you know,
fire.
Yeah, there's like some real, like, and that was what's just, you know, that's something that I definitely appreciate about, you know, this band, is that they're able to like the same kind of aggression that they had on like Perseverance or like, you know, like Supremacy, like they found it, you know, although it is a little bit different as far as like the songwriting aspect, I think that they, you know, they've just been able to kind of just call back to that stuff in a way that's like fresh, and that just kind of like, I don't know, pushes it ahead a little bit.
Yes.
So, and I could always, no matter what, no matter how much time passes, I could always use more of Josta fucking yelling at me to not fucking be
always
a bitch about anything. Like
always.
always.
That
was the one thing, like, I don't know, I don't care how it came off. Like that was the one thing that I remember saying to him when we met him. I was like, dude, thank you for being my fucking drill instructor when I need it.
Yeah,
like,
I remember that.
Like I just, man, I don't know how it hit him. I don't know how it meant, but at the time, like, I was like, that's the only thing I need to say.
I just told him I love the podcast.
Yeah.
Like,
also equally as important, because without that, I don't feel like, I mean, without that and a couple others, you know, which we talked about, like, I don't feel like we'd be really sitting here. Like,
yeah,
you know,
no. He's one of the biggest influences, without question, for sure. Like, just being as real and raw as he is, like, yeah. That's awesome. So yeah, Hatebreed, weight of the fallen self, destroy everything.
I'm gonna pull you back because you fucked up. It's actually weight of the false self.
Oh, I do self. Fuck that up. I always go weight of the fallen self. I don't know why. Weight of the false self.
Yes.
Weight of the false self. Destroy. Everything!
Yeah.
Like, come on, man.
Just so in case you're looking it up.
Such a great fucking album. Such a great fucking album.
I wish there weren't signatures. Well, I mean,
yes, you do.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with it, but I'm just saying the artwork is so great. Like,
it is actually some of my favorite Hatebreed artwork of all time.
Yeah.
Actually,
and it kind of encapsulates like what it sounds like.
Yeah,
like
it does.
You know.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Done. On to the next one.
Man, and these are. And
these last two.
I feel like we're going to be debating about this for the next year, too.
I mean, we're still debating about last year's Slipknot Cattle Decapitation. And I don't disagree. I feel like we're going to be debating about these two albums, which one truly deserves top spot. We really don't know. But these are our two albums, and again, in no particular order.
Because you can't like.
I can't rank these.
Yeah.
I can't rank these. First up, from Michigan,
Right.
the
Fucking
one,
here.
the only,
The fucking
Black Dahlia. Come the fuck on, Verminous.
Kidding.
Come
Like-
the fuck on. One of the best live streams of the fucking year. Yule them all. And they
Yes.
drop this this fucking masterpiece all the way back on April 17th at the tippity top of the pandemic. They gave us this fucking masterpiece, dude. Like, look at this cover. I know you've seen it.
Well, yeah. I mean,
Because it's been right here
it's
normally for the whole fucking time
Yeah.
we've been in existence. It's been right here. But, my God. Dude, like, I remember because this is such an amazing album to me because of the pandemic.
yeah.
I was a pre-order. It actually got sent to me earlier than the release date.
Oh yeah.
I got it like a week early.
Yeah.
And so I heard songs like Removal of the Oaken Stake
Yeah.
before you did.
I don't
And
remember you talking about that.
Yeah, I remember talking to you about it, being like, and then you were like, what, is it about a vampire? And I was like, oh, yeah! like,
more werewolves than
it's like Child of the Night, Sunless Empire, The Leather Apron Scorn, The Wereworm's Feast. Man, I can't, like, there's every track on this album is a fucking classic. Like, every fucking track. Like, they played it all on the live stream. Like,
Yeah. Well, they played Sunless Empire and I think the title track.
No.
Or
They
was
played
it?
more than that at the end.
Was it?
They played Removal of the Oaken Stake. I'm
Yeah,
like 90% sure at the end, at the final location they went to,
Yeah.
they played
I
like
was trying. It was like 3 or 4 of them. I remember.
I would even, it might have been more.
Yeah.
I don't know. It might have been more than that, but at
Yeah.
least 3 or 4. Yeah.
Like, I don't, and very, very much the same with the next band, which, oh, you can't see it anyway because the horn's in the way. Good. Very much the same with the next band we're gonna talk about. Like, I don't understand other than just like pure like. Just pure love for the craft and pure just like understanding of like what you can do with your instrument and stuff and like what you can do with like just like how you can like weave such a crazy story out of like and there because like there I feel like there are songs on here that are kind of connected, which we talked about quite a bit. I know that was a while ago when we did the Dark Reflections on it.
Yeah, it was back in April, like April or March.
Yeah, right when it came out.
So.
Like just there I feel like there's a couple that are a little closely related than others. Like I mean it is the most Black Dahlia that like it could have been.
It's quintessential Black Dahlia.
Yeah, like
that is, yes.
And that like as much as I feel like they and kind of along the same lines as like Devil Driver. Like I feel like they with the member changes and with like the sound change and stuff, like I feel like they kind of started to take a little bit of a dive into like the more, I don't know, just kind of adding more like guitar elements into their sound on Nightbringers. Like this one,
yes. Nightbringers definitely started as fucking brilliant.
Yeah.
As Nightbringers was, it was definitely somewhat of a stepping stone.
Yeah.
To this, to be a more like it does feel more guitar driven. That is very true.
And like, I mean, it's got everything like, and it really like it falls like I don't know. I just don't understand like how do you like just how do you have so many albums that are just like anytime like they're just one of those bands that like anytime I put in one of their records, like I just let it run and it just goes. And like it's they have this is the 9th record, and I still I find myself going back to it. Like there's stuff on here that is like reminiscent of Unhallowed, like stuff that they haven't done in a long time. Like there's some crazy like grind elements. There's some there's some just the solos on it are like unfair to a point. Like and kind of like what we were talking about earlier. Like it reminds me a lot of like as far as the soloing, like band we've been talking about quite a bit, like, you know, Alexi, like Brandon Ellis, like his solo style reminds me a lot of Alexi in the sense that it's very driven and big, like that like, you know, like the dirty kind of like heavy metal side of things. And I feel like there's a lot of elements from that sound that are on this, but it's thrown in very tastefully, and it's such a welcome element to their sound, but it doesn't like overshadow any of the other like just their signature like thing.
Right.
You know.
Right. Yes. They are very in their sound. They are very Children of Bodom, Cannibal Corpse, Slayer.
Yeah.
You know, these bands that have these signature sounds. They're very much a part of that group.
And like
invaluable to us as metalheads.
Not even just that, but like they've just found a way to like refine it.
Yes.
You know, like really there's a few songs that stick out, but like, you know, like Sunless Empire is the most like,
oh my god,
it's like it's the most, I would say, like, you know, I don't know. Like it has a lot of like more like doom elements to it. Like it has a lot of like, you know, as far as like the solo goes, but then it like picks back. Like, I guess like movement rather. Mm-hmm. Like there's just it's such a like they just, and then, you know, to have it kind of be on the same record, next song with Leather Apron Scorn, which is just a fuck. It's like, you know, it's very much like Jars. Like it reminds me of like Death Mask Divine off Nocturnal. Like it just has, you know, it's that like standoff, like that standout like serial killer track that they had. It's like The Window from like Ritual.
Yes.
Like, you know, it's just, and then like I don't know. Like there's so much to unpack with this. Like it's kept me like, and it's very much the same with a lot of the albums we talked about. Like anytime I listen to it and like it's been a little while, like I'm like, this is the greatest thing I've ever heard. Like this is, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like it just has that element of like, you know, like this is like, I don't know, it's awesome. Like
it's yeah, man. Like it's absolutely like we typically agree just on one. This year we agreed on 5.
Yeah.
And this was the second to the last one because it's just unbelievable. Yeah. It's unbelievable. Like it's so fucking good. It's so fucking fresh and raw and so signature to them. Michigan metal.
Yeah. I mean, like Where Worms Feast and How Very Dead are like the two most like that just kind of like they just have this like rock element to them.
Yes.
Like they just have this like live energy to them, and like I feel like it's especially vocally, like it's more so with like Wereworms Feast and probably Sunless Empire. Like those two songs really like just have this. There's it like it almost kind of sounds like he's just like on the brink of like just like I don't know, like just frustration. Like there's just a lot of like I don't know, like angst to it. I don't know if that's the right term. But
no,
like,
yeah.
There's just a lot of like rawness and like grit to it.
Yes.
And it just like just the way that it sits with everything, like just with how like I don't know, it's just like with the riffing that's happening with it, like it's cool. And then like I mean, I gotta say something about the drum solo in the end of like Where Rooms Feast, because that whole song is like it's kind of a build up to that, and then like I just remember hearing that the first time and being like, first of all, let me repeat that like 5 more times,
right?
But also like I just like they just haven't done that. Like they didn't like just to hear him like just kind of go off, like because that's what that felt like to me. Like and just to have that like that aspect of it is just like it's like you can do that. Like you can just have it be like, all right, well, fuck it, like just jam out, like, and that's I don't know, like just to have that kind of element with it, to have it be so live is just it's awesome. Like,
yeah. I mean, yeah, man. Like, it's absolutely one of my favorite albums of the year, and you pretty much just said everything that I was gonna
I'm
say.
sorry.
No, don't be ever. So that's all I got for this one, man. Like, we did the fucking Dark Reflections on it, like, and just for the record, this is a Michigan band. Michigan is where we live.
Fucking forget it.
Don't fucking forget it. And so anytime these guys come out with an album, it's gonna make the list.
Oh, it's
There's no question. We love this band on another level. They were one of the bands for me that like I wasn't even like necessarily into. But when I started going to concerts, they opened every show I went. They opened the first time I ever saw Children of Bodom.
Yeah.
So they will like it's locked in. Like this is one of our favorite bands of all fucking time. The lead singer of Black Dahlia Murder was featured on a fucking Bogwraith song. For Christ's sake. For Christ's fucking sake. So all hail.
Yes, I am forever grateful.
Like I still think about that, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like I can't even imagine how you feel about it. Like that's insane. That's insane.
Yeah.
So of course, Verminous makes our fucking Filthy 15 list. There's no fucking question. There's no fucking question.
Like
Verminous makes the Filthy 15 list. No fucking question. So
like I wore an Acacia Strain hat and a Black Dahlia shirt, if that doesn't tell you how like
and I wore a Suffocating Lies shirt. So
yeah, you got Detroit, which is kind of
permanent,
always.
Always. Unless it's COBHC.
Which
it's Detroit or COBHC.
Yes.
That's it. Those are the only options.
And with that, there is one last thing that we have to get into.
Fuck. We do have to do this before the last album, don't we?
And there was one other one that I was looking at earlier. And since this is not to take anything away from the gravity of that, and not to but I feel like there was well really 2 others that happened that
for the first time ever on the Filthy 15, because this is our kind of year in review, our year in gratitude, our year in memoriam.
Right.
We have a few in memoriams that we feel we have to mention. Go on.
Well, the big ones, and I don't even like saying that. Just the ones that really had a significant impact on us.
Yeah.
Were, of course, and I honestly I forgot about this one, and I don't know how I did. Is Neil Peart, that was of Rush, and that
I know how, because we had a fucking crazy ass year. Like
this was January 7th.
I was top. Top of the year. Arguably one of the greatest drummers of all time.
The Professor, motherfucker, like
hey, drummer.
The greatest drummer of all time. I don't give a fuck. One of the greatest, I will say. Like come on, So there was that one. I'm sorry.
Nope. Never be sorry for that.
there was a band that I followed quite a bit, and again, like, this is what I have. If we forget about anybody super significant, sincerely apologize.
This is just what we have.
Yes.
For us.
And this isn't really something that we initially planned on being a part of it, but because of everything, I mean, you know, we kind of went into it. But so the other one for me that I, like said, kind of forgot about, Diego was the former guitarist of Volumes.
I don't know that band.
They were like, I don't know. I saw them at Bloodfest a handful of times. I saw them at the Loft. They were a band that, like, they kind of fell at a weird time because they were a little more like of like a, like, I don't know, they were kind of in like the gent genre, kind of that style. So he was the guitar player. He was 27. Let's see. And then I guess, one that I want to mention, fucking Riley Gale, vocalist of Power Trip. That was
another band that I regrettably am not too familiar with.
Right. And it wasn't until that happened that I went back and did like a bigger deep dive into a lot of their stuff and really found that, like, I was like, man, like, you can't understate just the power and, like, the presence of that guy, like, and just seeing a lot of the live stuff. And I only wish that I would have had a chance to catch him live. So it was Riley, and then, man, that's a long fucking list. And then you know, obviously there was Eddie Van Halen, which was October 6th.
Oh my God.
You know, and then
I don't know if I'll ever forget where I was when I found out. Just like Dimebag, like many others. I don't know if I'll ever forget. I was in the car with my roommate, and I was like, "Oh my God, dude, Eddie Van Halen died."
Mm.
And he's like, "What?" Keep in mind, people, my roommate is not a metalhead. He's not into this stuff. He's into other stuff. But you've seen him on the show before, Josh. He was on the Stimson Hospital episode for Halloween. He's not into this stuff at all. And he's had to put up with a lot of it because of me living with him. But he knew Eddie. He was very familiar with Eddie Van Halen, and I remember that, man.
Yeah,
that was a heavy one.
And then, obviously, I mean, we just did an episode of it. You know, Alexi from Children of Bodom.
It's hands down, far and away, the hardest one for me ever. He was my absolute fucking idol. We did a whole episode, so I know I'm not gonna go through that much here, but I will say a few things. Number one, how did he never get a phone call from the Trans-Siberian Orchestra to be in the Trans-Siberian Orchestra?
Dude,
First of all, he was that good. He's that God damn it. He's the best. Secondly,
it's all an illusion, people.
Is it all melt?
I think so.
Oh shit.
Anyway, go on.
Secondly, like,
it's just podcast magic. Don't worry about it. It's not really actually ice.
Every member in that band was a character. Every member in Children of Bodom, like, had their own persona. Like, especially if you saw them live, they were all like their own thing. But Alexi was always the fucking, to me, just a fucking man. Like he. Like, I stole everything from Alexi. Like, he is my single greatest influence of all time. And I'm not going to lie, dude, since the announcement of his passing, because the announcement came, as far as we understand, the announcement came a few days after his actual passing.
Right.
As far as we understand right now.
Yeah.
At the time of this recording. And
which is like, I don't know if I mentioned this in the podcast or in that episode, but it was like, I think that was like, I don't know, it just like it was pretty like respectable to me. Like it just it felt like, because of, you know, it was I don't know if like the New Year's thing, I don't know if it's just like everything else that was going on, but like, you know, just to have like, I feel like from the outside looking in, like to not mention something and just give it some time to just, you know, kind of be what it is.
Let
like,
the family,
instead of just
instantly,
yeah.
And there's not a single doubt in my mind that every original member of Bodom After Midnight and Children of Bodom knew long, maybe not terribly long, but before we did.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just I really don't know what to say, man. Like he was my single biggest influence of all time in everything, and we've been listening, you and I together. Thank you so much for the past, because we are recording this exactly 1 week to the day when we recorded the Alexi episode. And we were originally supposed to be recording this episode that night.
Yeah. That was a big we full on, like, I completely expected, like, it was like a 2-day thing. I remember we were like, oh yeah, we're just gonna like come over and jam, and then the next night we'll do it, like, and then like
we
just
had this whole thing put together.
Yeah, and then just waking up to that, and it was like, I feel like just like collectively we were like, I can't.
And I had to go to bed to it because I was up that late, and I couldn't fall asleep. Like, it was so. It's been really hard week. It's been a really hard week. Because he was my fucking idol, man. Like, in every way, musically, stylistically, everything. And I've said this a million times already, but like. Everything I do from now on is dedicated to Alexi. I kind of view it as my mission to carry his name on, no matter what. Like, he was the greatest fucking guitarist to me. And in the past week. In the past 7 days, cheers to fucking Alexi, motherfucker. The real motherfucking hates Crow. Come on.
Yes.
And in the past week, where I've been looking up his shit, dude, everything is sold out. His book is sold out everywhere. You cannot find one of his it's hard to find one of his signature guitars online. Like, merch. His book, everything, like, is fucking sold out everywhere. And I'm a part, like, much like the Blast Fiends. For those of you that don't know, there is a Facebook group with the Blast Fiends. They're amazing. It is an amazing group.
Yeah.
And as well as that, originally it was the Hate Crew page, but now it's the Bodom After Midnight page on Facebook that is equally as just like amazing and supportive and just fucking awesome, man. And they really helped me get through this week because everybody was posting their stories with Alexi, and it's just really helped me this week, like reading everybody's stuff. And like for the first time ever, I posted an episode of this podcast to a group that I follow on Facebook, and it was because I talked directly to them in the last half hour of that episode because of how much they mean to me and how they helped me through the past week of like just sharing all. I read everyone that posted more than a paragraph. I fucking read. Even less. I read every fucking post on that page this week, and it really fucking, like, it just helped, like, seeing the reaction and how, like, so many other people just like me were affected in the same way, where it like literally took us down for the last week. Like it literally like destroyed us. Like it's our God died. Like our God is now dining with Odin and won't dine with us again. And that's man, it's hard. It's hard.
Yeah.
Like he was everything to me. Like I've been doing nothing but watching Alexi stuff this week, and it's just dude, I've been watching stuff that's not even in English.
That's what you were telling me the other night.
Not even in English.
Yeah.
I just want to watch him talk. I don't even fucking care if it's in a different language. Like, it's so, yeah, man. This was the hardest one ever for me. And to Alexi.
Hey.
To the real motherfucking hate crew. Like, it's...
Oh, yeah.
Alexi was our God. And we saw him more than once. We met him more than once. And he was just everything, like, to me. So, yeah. I don't know what more I can say here than I said it in the tribute episode.
Yeah.
I don't even remember all the things I said in the tribute episode, but because I was fucked that night. Like, that was, oh my God.
Well,
I was like losing a family member.
Yeah.
Like, it was so fucking hard. And
when it was like, man, you know, it really, you know, it wasn't really until I started watching like some of the live stuff, man, and just seeing like just the energy. And like there was, I think it was there was a solo there was a solo he played at the I think it is, what is it, like Stockholm Knockout.
Oh my
They're
God!
big, like,
the Stockholm Live,
yeah.
Chaos Ridden Years, yeah.
Yeah, there was a solo in that, and it came up the other day, and like it just it was. I feel like that was kind of when it really hit me, man, because it was like just when he just like just going at it, man, like just like in like I don't know, just the energy behind it, and just like the sound of like just the guitar like just echoing into the place, like it just, you know.
And that's
you good?
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing about this band, man, is like, to me, like everybody, like I said before, everybody has their big, you know, the big four exists. We got Metallica, Megadeth, Anthrax, and Slayer, of course.
Yeah.
But that's the big four. But for me, personally, growing up, like I had a big three, and it was Children of Bodom, Lamb of God, and Devil Driver. And Children of Bodom, man, will always be one of my all-time favorite bands. His music will never die. And it's kind of funny that we're talking about this right now, because the final album on our Filthy 15 list, The Year of the Black, like, is one of those bands. And that band...
well, let me just say real quick.
Yeah, give your intro,
because there really isn't a whole lot to say other than when
we
this
did Dark Reflections.
When this
Filthy Dark Reflections.
might have to rebrand it.
We might now.
That's pretty good. But like when this got announced, when this was going to be something that was happening, like, and really realistically, any time that this band is working on new stuff, it is like much like, to your point, it is like I get as excited about like Slipknot, I get as excited about like Dahlia, for example.
Yeah.
And there's a couple others I'm forgetting about, like staple bands, really. Bodom, really.
That's
honestly,
another one.
Yes.
Ozzy.
Yeah, like they're
fucking
bands.
Slayer.
Which we may or yeah.
I probably won't get another album from them, but yeah.
There if ever there was an album that for me and I'm sure for you as well, that
Yes.
that really like to me it touched on a lot of like current things that were going on, but it also like struck a chord in me personally.
And this is again another album that was written before,
Yeah.
but at the same time it's so relevant.
Yeah. And I feel like, you know, without, and it's kind of funny because I remember there was a comment that I saw from somebody that was hating on this band.
What?
And I was like, this band is your band's favorite band.
Fuck that motherfucker.
No,
Like,
that was my response to it.
No,
I don't.
yeah, well, no. But fuck anybody
Yeah.
that hates on them.
And that band in question, like,
Switch this to yellow.
yes,
We need a yellow vibe right now because that is. Come on, if that doesn't tell you who it is, then I don't know what does.
it is Richmond, motherfucking Virginia.
Richmond, motherfucking Virginia.
Like, come on, man.
Lemma fucking
Come the
God.
fuck on. Get the
The
fuck out
number
of here.
one on the Filthy 15 of this year, number one is Lamb motherfucking God from Richmond, motherfucking Virginia. Like, are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
Like, hands down, but I would say for both of us, one of our favorite bands of all time, if not
Yeah.
our favorite, my favorite. But
Yeah.
like, I gotta say, like, on this album floored me. This
Oh.
album absolutely floored me.
Yeah.
This is another one like Devil Driver, like Children of Bodom, where it was one of the first ones with new members, and my God, like, are you Memento Mori? Like, honestly, Reality Bath is probably one of my favorite Lamb of God songs of all time.
Oh yeah.
Of all time.
Yeah.
And I am a die-hard Lamb of God fan from 2005. So, like, the fact that they can come out with a song that's one of my favorites of all time now,
Yeah.
15 years later,
Mm.
like, it's unbelievable to me. Like, this album is a fucking masterpiece. Top to bottom, no question. Listen to it. There's no way you start at fucking Memento Mori. You cannot stop until it's over. And
it's one of those that it really like it just like the more time I spend with it, the more I just enjoy it. Like it really like it really like in the more time goes on, the more like just the more distance that happens between when this came out and like to now, like it really I feel like it speaks volumes in a lot of ways, like and really like
it does in a lot of ways.
Yeah, like man, just and honestly, like, and I wanna state this because I think it's important going into this and looking at it. Like this was the first album without Chris Adler. This was the first.
That's a member change.
Yeah,
right?
this one and that's huge because to me, like Chris Adler, it's.
That's
I
huge.
mean, my God, like it's Chris Adler, it's Joey Jordison, who isn't in Slipknot anymore, and it's oddly enough, and it's like I don't know,
Your idols.
yeah, like just like and the fact that like he's still doing stuff, and what he has done since then, I feel like is only kind of the start. Like I really because he left like Chris Adler left on terms that were pretty honestly there was a lot of different like things that were going around about it as far as like why he left and like just things that happened, and like honestly like I respect the fact that he left and he was like I just kind of want to do something different, I just like and just as as I mean fuck like how can you like how can you hate that, how can you like
Yeah, no, you can't. Much like for me with John Bachlan of
oh yeah
Devil Driver.
yeah just
very similar.
yeah. So and I was shocked first of all to find that. Well, I mean, there was I don't know. We go into it on the episode if you watched it really like
Yeah.
like as far as
we
like
definitely did.
yeah like I I was pretty shocked by it, but also like it was kind of like a process of learning like why, which and very much the same as like the Joey Jordison situation, because I didn't find out later on that was like a medical condition that happened. There was a thing that happened with
didn't he have like a motorcycle accident or something?
No, that was somebody else. He had like this rare like bone condition.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, that like
I did not know that.
Yeah.
How did I not know that? What the fuck?
I don't know.
I thought he got into an accident. Is what I thought.
Well, that was well, I don't know. You might be thinking of Mitch, because Mitch that was a motorcycle accident.
No. I'm not. I know I'm not confusing that.
Okay,
I just thought someone in the Lamb of God got in an accident but you're telling me it was a wow. Okay.
Or because what was the thing that, because I feel like Chris Adler was in the hospital for something.
Yeah.
Maybe it was a motorcycle accident.
That's what I'm thinking of. That's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah, and then because we saw him the last tour that we saw him on with
and then Art Cruz.
Yeah, he filled in with them, and then eventually, like
became their drummer
on this
album.
For those that don't know, like Art Cruz was with Winds of Plague.
Winds of fucking Plague, one of the fucking hardest bands, dude.
You want to talk about a bit?
Oh my god!
I really feel like they don't get quite the love they deserve.
They do not get the love they deserve because every fucking album they put out was insane.
Yeah,
dude, so Decimate the Weak. Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
Are you fucking so fucking good, dude?
Yeah.
Like,
and really so to kind of backtrack, I guess, a little bit, or kind of get back on the point. Like to hear the fact that the drummer from one of my other favorite bands was going to join possibly one of my favorite bands of all time.
Yes.
Like I was like, okay.
Right.
Like I'm very curious. Like I'm very because like there was the announcement that Chris Adler left. There was the announcement that Art Cruz joined, but beyond that, there wasn't really anything.
Right.
So I remember like specifically when this came out and when we were talking about it, I was like, it's gonna be different. Like it's gonna be interesting.
Yep.
But man, like there are like specifically like New Colossal Hate.
Oh my god.
Like Memento Mori, Reality Bath, Resurrection Man, Poison Dream, like those songs, like there are so many moments on it where it like the drums on it just shine.
Dude,
like
it's actually kind of insane, right?
Yeah.
Like because like they do shine, like, and it's a new one, and on top of that, like Poison Dream and Routes, we got features from the likes of Jamie motherfucking Josta and
First
Chuck
time ever.
motherfucking Billy from Testament, who was featured earlier on this fucking list.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck, man? Dude, Poison Dream is one of my favorite tracks on the album. Jamie Josta's section. Don't be in the same zip code as me.
Don't be around me.
Don't be around me. Like, not even in the same zip code, man. I will destroy everything for that. Like, it's insane.
Yeah.
It's insane, and I fucking adore it to death.
Mm.
So that is part of the reason why this album, like, again, nothing else we've talked about tonight is in any particular order.
Yeah.
Except for this one. This one is our agreed upon #1 album of the year.
Yeah.
And that is part of the reason for it. Is because of Jamie Josta and Chuck Billy. Especially Jamie Josta.
Yeah. I'll say, and even like just I mean, like the fact that like I don't know, the fact that Chuck Billy he's been out, like I've gotten more into Testament from like his vocals than probably the actual like band.
Yeah.
I guess like hearing this kind of led me to wanting to get into their other albums, kind of wanting to get into like actual like Testament and stuff, because I even like seeing them live, man, and I even remember there was a time I'm pretty sure it was the Resolution tour where it was them, it was Killswitch and Testament. It was Lamb of God.
And Lamb of God
Yeah.
headlining?
Yeah, and I think it was at the Orbit Room. The only time I'd ever been at the Orbit Room.
Fuck me. Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
dude. It was a long time ago. It was like the second time that we saw him on the Resolution tour. And
that would have been a minute ago.
Yeah. Like for one, like that particular show was probably the best time I'd seen Lamb of God. Like that show like sticks in my memory so hard. Because it just like that was one of the best set lists I've ever seen. We were right up front. Like
we were
it was
together.
Yeah, man. Like that was one of my all time. Is same reason as like the Hatebreed show at Harpo's, man. That's the reason I keep that ticket with me. Is like just like there's just certain shows that you just see where you're like, holy shit, like this is the best it's gonna get. And I would argue that like if shows were going on and if it were possible to see them on this tour cycle, like they are somehow they have found a way to like redefine themselves after all these years.
For the record, I don't know if you did, but I damn it, I don't have it down here right now, but I have a ticket of a concert that never happened with Black Dahlia headlining and Testament opening.
Yeah.
Like we were supposed to go to that show last year.
Yeah.
In 2020. Like, because they both had a new album out.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I remember
dude.
that.
Yeah, motherfucker.
Who else was on there?
I don't have the shit down here right now. I don't fucking know.
There
was another good one on there,
too.
though. There was another good one on there. It was somebody else, Testament and Black Dahlia.
Yeah.
Like that. We're at St. fucking Andrews Hall in fucking Detroit.
God.
The last place that we saw Children of fucking Bodom. So, like, I have the ticket. Nobody's refunded me yet. They're just saying, "Oh, this will still happen." No, it won't. Like I know I'm never gonna get refunded for the ticket, but I have a ticket for a show that never happened, and that's kind of valuable to me. So,
oh yeah. Oh, fuck. Sorry, I'm trying to find that.
It was the Titans of something tour.
Titans of Creation.
Titans of Creation.
It was on your list. You didn't even know the title of the record.
That's the title of the record?
Yeah.
I didn't know that was the name of the tour. I just knew it was the Titans of something. I didn't know that was the name of the tour.
Yeah, no, you're good. But yeah, man, like, dude, and really, like, I wanna kind of state that, like, sorry, I'm trying to find the settler the oh yeah, it was Testament, Municipal Waste, Black Dahlia Murder, and Messiah.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
Municipal Waste was on that shit?
Yeah. Detroit, Michigan, 5/14. That was like just after my birthday too.
St. Andrews. Yeah, that was the show we were gonna go to for your birthday, dude. Yeah. Yeah. Oh my God, are you fucking those three bands at that fucking St. Where we saw Parkway, where we saw Bodom.
Yeah.
Like, dude, are you fucking kidding me?
For the record, like, St. Andrews is probably one of my favorite venues.
Hands down.
Like,
down.
We've seen so many shows there that, like,
legendary. Legendary.
The tops.
Legend, wait for it, dairy. Like, oh my God.
Yeah. But
that's where Eminem was, in the shelter.
Yeah.
Downstairs.
Yeah.
That's a legend.
And they
a historic venue.
We fucking, like, that was where I saw fucking Behemoth and not In Flames, At the Gates.
At the Gates for the first fucking time.
Yeah.
And Wolfheart.
Oh my God. Yeah. Which is honorable mention Wolfheart. Man, I went back and listened to that record. It's phenomenal. Check out Wolfheart. Like, sincerely, like, oh my fucking God. But anyway, we're talking about Lamb of God.
Yes.
And like, and the reason that I feel like I can confidently say, yeah, show the artwork. It's not arguably it's not much to look at, but it says everything you need to know about it. Which is to me probably the reason that it is like one of their best album covers. That is because it's simple.
One of my favorite. It's probably my favorite since Ashes.
Yeah, it has a lot of Sacrament vibes on it.
Yeah.
It has a lot of, but like to me, all right, so like the phrase Memento Mori has followed me this entire year.
It has. I've noticed that.
It is
through very different things.
Yeah, like couldn't be further away from each other. Like there was, I won't get into it because I could go on for another hour.
Well,
like,
there was a YouTube channel.
Yes, there was Unis Honest. Their catchphrase was Memento Mori.
Yep.
And for those that don't know, Memento Mori is Latin. I believe it's Latin.
Yes,
for
it is.
for remember death.
For what?
For it's remember, well, traditionally it's remember you will die.
Remember you will die.
Yeah, but remember death. I think is
death.
yeah.
Okay.
And for whatever reason, like it's been fucking everywhere. Like it just I can't like it's like you remember when that number 23 was out and like people were freaking out. I don't know if you do. It was a weird movie. It was Jim Carrey.
Oh yeah. I remember that.
And all of a sudden everybody started seeing.
I liked that movie.
Yeah, it was all right. Like but with this given the whole year, the whole why we're sitting here really talking about this, like why it just followed me for some reason, and like it wasn't really until like the other day, like man, I can't tell you how many times this year specifically, like I'm talking about 2020, like this year specifically, that I turned to this record for strength, for something that just like and really like realistically it was the reason I turned it on the other day, and this like Memento Mori came on and I was like, this is everything I need to hear. Like this is like it's like I cannot express how many times this year that like just watching what was going on, just seeing everything and just being like, fuck man, like I just feeling, just being in that moment, just being in that like in that space of like just empty, just feeling like like it was just I don't know, just kind of like just being in the moment of everything, and just kind of seeing all this chaos around me, and just like turning on a song like Reality Bath or like New Colossal Hate, or like Memento Mori is all about just like I fight it the same, don't waste this day, Memento Mori. Like I turned that on the other day and I was like, fuck yeah, like let's what else do you need? Like I had that shit so loud that like I'm fairly certain the cars in front of me and behind me could hear it. Like I didn't give a fuck, dude. Like
don't give a when this comes on, you don't give
a
fuck.
And like there's so much like just the sheer aggression that comes out of just like it's so like well placed to me. It's so and that's
what is that called? What is that called? Where the wait, hang on. Do you mean by that like the way the tracks are put together?
Like the sequencing of it?
Sequencing. That's what it's called?
Yeah. As far as like where the tracks are at. Not so much that, but so much the fact that like they're like Reality Bath is another song.
I think it's probably my favorite song on the album.
Yeah. Like
honestly.
There's there's so much like, and it really, a lot of it, aside from the fact that I feel like there's a lot of this that is just like straight up Lamb of God. Like let's talk about the music for a second. Like I will forever stand by the fact that I think that like, and when I think of like, to kind of your point earlier, like as far as like big four bands or like top guitarists, like I always look at it in guitar duos. So I think of Jeff Hanneman and Kerry King from Slayer.
Oh my God.
I think of Jim Root and Mick Thompson from Slipknot.
Oh God.
And I think of Willie and Mark Morton from Lamb of God.
Lamb of motherfucking God from Richmond, motherfucking Virginia.
Yeah, and I'm sorry I kind of skipped out. I was trying to remember, like, because we were talking about Chris, and I was about to say Chris. But it's not Chris. It's Willie Adler and Mark Morton from Lamb of God.
Yes.
Like, those three bands are, like, guitar duos to me. Like, those, that is, like, that's it. And Children of Bodom, Alexi and I well, it's a name I struggle with.
It was Ropa for a long time.
Yeah. Which is really when I got into him.
It's Daniel, I want to say.
Yes.
It was in the end.
No slouch on guitar as well.
Fuck no,
I wanna,
dude.
I wanna look him up.
Get him. I believe his first name was Daniel. Again, we're dog with shit with names. But like, yeah, and I even said it to you the other night. Like, yeah, no, like oh man, he picked up those reins and ran with them. Same as Brandon Ellis.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
From Dahlia.
Yeah.
Like in a big bad way. So
Daniel Freiberg.
Yes.
That was who we were.
Yes,
yeah, we've been talking about him quite a bit.
I knew it was Daniel something.
Yeah,
Daniel's son.
Even to even to your point, like you know what, Dahlia, like they've had quite a few guitar duo. Like they are to me a 2 guitarist band.
Yeah.
And
guitar driven.
Yeah. But like to me it wasn't until Sacrament that I started putting that together. And up until this point, like a lot of those bands, with the exception of a few of them, unfortunately, have stayed true to that and have really kind of driven that guitar duo thing. And to me, I don't think that there is another guitar duo that really God, they could play anything and I'd listen to it.
Yeah.
Like I can't tell you how many times I've listened to like isolated tracks from like Wrath or Sacrament. Like,
me too.
Like
me
I can't tell you how many times I've spent like and just like I play drums. I'm not even like a traditional guitar player. I know how to play guitar, but like, you know, and like that's it. Like I feel like that really speaks something. That really says something to just how tight and just how good of like just songwriters that they are.
Yes.
I don't know if that was proper, but hey.
Yeah.
Fuck
No. That rolled with me. So.
And yeah, like and you know, so there's that, and then you know to go further with it, like I think that you know it is wholly unfortunate that you know what happened with Randy as far as you know the arrest, as far as the
Prague shit.
Yeah. As far as like the last, you know, what led up to this, but I would argue that like not only is this like his best lyric, like lyrically to date,
it could be.
It's the one that to me, because I felt like Sturm Drang, the last record that came out.
Yes.
I felt like it had its moments. Like 512 still gives me chills.
Oh yeah.
Like that is
bars lay across the sky.
Yeah, like that is one of my like I was actually kind of working on a cover of that song before I got stupid. Which I might actually post because it turned out really good. Like I love the energy in that song. Anytime I hear like the ending of that, it just gives me fucking chills. Like there are songs on this that have that same thing. I remember specifically like when this came out, when this dropped, I remember specifically one, like we were texting about it and I was like, you know, you were like, yeah, like I've heard like, you know, like songs here and there and stuff. And I was like, how can you not be listening to this like top to bottom right now? Like, how are you not like,
wait, which one?
This one, the self-titled.
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
I was like, how are we not on the same page with this? Because as soon as it went from New Colossal Hate to Resurrection Man, I was like,
Resurrection Man is, outside of Reality Bath, could be the greatest song they've ever made.
It's Omerta like 2020.
Yeah.
It is. Like dude, I have been waiting so long for them to do something like that.
It's
and
fucking insane.
Yeah. And
like I don't even know. Like Resurrection Man is another fucking level.
Yeah.
Like Reality Bath is one of my favorite songs of all time. It's like Omerta.
Yeah.
But a modern day Omerta. Resurrection Man is something entirely new.
Yeah.
And like it's just so massive and so dark.
Yeah.
And fucking brutal. Like it's just incredible, man.
Yeah.
Like it's just incredible.
So and then I mean, past that point, sorry. Fucking like all that shit's got me like that. Yeah, anyway, yeah. Like and then, you know, like once you get past Resurrection Man, like I mean, Poison Dream, Routes, Bloodshot
Poison
Eyes on the
Dream
hook.
with Josta.
Yeah, like.
Don't be near me.
Yeah.
I probably already said this, but don't be near me when
I'll say that the fact that because and it's another, it really should have been an honorable mention, but to be fair, I haven't spent as like near as much time and paid as much attention to it as I should. Deftones put out a new record this year. It's called Ohms. You should check it out.
Oh, I'm not. Hell yeah.
But the reason I'm talking about it is because, like, I can't think of bigger guests. I can't think of bigger artists that you can have on your record right now at the current moment, other than, and maybe this I don't at this point. Fuck you. This is our 2020 list. This is my opinion.
Fuck yeah.
I don't like outside of Trevor, outside of Josta, and outside of like Chuck Billy.
Outside of our metal world.
Yeah. I don't know. And
Josta.
Yeah. Who was on, who was on this record.
Yep.
And to my point, which is why I brought it up, Chino from the Deftones, who was on their last record.
Whose last record?
Oh my God. He was on Embers. Which
wait, what? He was on Veer Strong?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
The guy from the Deftones was on Embers?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Which was
straight up. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't know that.
Which was a fairly divisive song.
Totally honest. Like I did not know that.
Yeah. Like which was the first, which was like one of the other songs that Clean's on outside of, I don't remember what the big song was that they
the
had
other one.
on.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Yeah. To my point though, I don't know, like outside of having like Trevor on this, which I don't know how that would have fit. Like I don't know how you can be like, oh, like okay, not only are we going to put out some of the best fucking songs that we've written in the last, like in the span of our career, to like, and maybe that's also divisive as well. But fuck you. Not only that, but like how are you gonna have Jamie Josta and Chuck Billy?
I mean, that's
right in a row.
For metal, that's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Because metal doesn't do that often.
Yeah.
Which is one of the things that pains me about metal, is that why don't you do that more often? Why does every fucking hip hop artist that we love collaborate with each other, but none of the metal artists we love collaborate?
Yeah.
Like how do you know what I would give right now to hear Alexi on a Lamb of God song, or vice versa?
Yeah.
Randy on a Children of Bodom song, Mitch on a Devil Driver song, like fucking any of them, man, that we've lost. Like, come on, metal.
Yeah.
We need to be more united. We need to collaborate more. Like let me hear fucking Trevor on a fuck yeah, dude. Let me hear fucking Trevor on a Lamb of God song.
Yeah.
Like, are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
Are you fucking kidding me? Like, let me hear Trevor and Josta on another one. Like, and Chuck Billy and fucking, all of our other favorites. Like, I don't get why it doesn't happen more often.
Yeah.
And it, how the fuck did Trans-Siberian Orchestra never call Alexi Laiho? Because he was that good, if not better than them. You know what I mean? Like, greatest fucking modern guitarist, in my opinion. Like, I've been watching his shit nonstop all week long, and has been melting my brain. Like, of what the fuck? Like, he is so fucking good, dude, man. Like, it's insane to me. But in any case, how long? Yeah, it's kind of perfect. Like,
well, I just, like, man, to kind of wrap up.
Let's wrap it up.
Which I'm sure is kind of where you were headed. I'm sorry to cut
no,
you off.
No, you didn't cut me off at all. No.
We've said it multiple times. Like we've kind of, run out of ways to put lipstick on a pig and cover a Band-Aid with a bullet hole. like, the fact of the matter is that, like, you know, I really think that without albums like this, without songs like Memento Mori, and just without things to just connect to in a real way outside of what's happening, and that is, it's the thing that I love about this episode. It's the thing that I love about doing this, is like, it's the one thing that we can kind of like look back on and see, like, fuck, man, like, there was some good shit that came out this year.
Yeah.
Like, if it, like, dude, I don't know if I went back to this point. I might be saying this twice. I don't know at this point. Fuck it. Thank you, Buffalo Trace. Thank you, Jägermeister.
Yeah, Meister.
The Buddy Christ as well, just because he's sitting here. Like, man, like I was saying, the other day, like, I needed something to kind of like get me the fuck up and just like get me out of what I was feeling, and it just happened to be Memento Mori. And just because I was so messed up by just what I was seeing, and just like, I don't know, it was just kind of a heavy day for whatever reason. And it was like, I remember, like, I had that song going, and it just kind of hit me in a different way. And as soon as it turned on, like, as soon as it like got into that, like, whack up, kind of like the way that it does, like, I had that shit so loud that like my my car like maxed out the volume.
Going, I don't know what
like, yeah. And then, like, it's just, and I've done this, similar things with other albums that I've talked about this year, but that is the heart of this. That is,
yes.
And that's a big, like, it's important to me, because like, it shows that, in a year when we've kind of been dealt the shit stick in a lot of ways, depending on who you talk to, I suppose.
Us.
But yeah, speaking right now, we've kind of been, like, it's been rough, so to speak.
Very rough.
To keep it
want to punch
surface level. Yeah.
But we don't.
And the fact that we have things like bands that we've been into, like, I mean, fuck, like, Lamb of God is like, they started in '94. They're as old as I am. Like,
yeah.
They are, like,
Holy
they've
shit.
been around for as long as I've been alive, and I'm like, this album is the best of the year. Like, this is my favorite of the year. Maybe, in a variety of ways, like Black Dahlia Murder. They're a band that got me into fucking death metal.
They're
like,
second best of the year.
Yeah, and they're still doing it, like AC/DC,
God damn.
Like,
God damn.
like they're these, like, it just,
God damn.
It reminds me, and that is why I absolutely love doing these episodes. That is why I love the fact that we can just have these and just kind of nerd out about, like, metal, because I really feel like,
love.
Yeah, because in, at a time when, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, like, there was a lot of times when I turned to, I mean, it's kind of obvious, but, like, there's a lot of times where I turned to music this year to kind of cope, and to kind of, like,
same,
without,
I think a lot of us did.
Yeah, without having, like, I just being just fucking tired of just being fed, like, this constant stream of just misery.
Also trapped in, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, quarantined and all that shit. Like,
that wasn't where I thought you were going with this, but
go on.
No,
no, you go on.
You just said trapped, and I just thought you were like,
no, like, literally
yeah.
trapped in quarantine.
Yes.
Like, not the band reference, but like literally trapped.
Yeah.
Not able to see each other. And to go, they took away our, like, we are real raw fucking DIY till you die metalheads, and we don't have social interaction outside of a bar or outside of a concert.
Yeah.
We really don't, and they took all that away from us. All that was taken away from us this year, and all the music that we have talked about tonight has done nothing but help get us through this thing, this quarantine, this pandemic. I mean, it's hit harder than ever before, and these albums will forever be some of our favorites because they helped us get us through this.
Yeah. That's like kind of to what I kind of followed into with my like with a lot of the picks that I was talking about. Like, that's kind of why, and I'm sure a lot of the reason that you picked what you did and like the things that stuck out to you was that like, a lot of these that I was into, and like they just came about at a time where I just needed something.
Yes.
Where I just needed that like
seasonal listening, something we've talked about before.
Yeah. But it's a bit different than that though.
It's different this year.
Yeah.
It's different this year because this year is different than any other year that either of us or our parents or our grandparents have ever experienced. And isn't it funny? I think it's hilarious to me that last year the album we named as number 1 was your favorite band of all time, Slipknot. And this year, the album we name as number 1 is my favorite band of all time, Lamb of God.
Oh yeah.
Are we not lucky? At the end of the day, are we not lucky to have not just to have this music, but to love it in the way that we do?
Yeah.
To be able to be fans of these bands in the way that we are, and to be able to appreciate them in the way that we do. Yeah. Every band that we've mentioned tonight. Every single fucking one. It's
well, and
like this. That's why I almost started fucking crying when I talk about Alexi. Like, it's because it just. Here's my biggest influence, period, and music is everything to us. Music is our life. Like, yeah, we do the podcast, but the fucking whole podcast is about fucking music. Like, so, like, music is everything to us. Like, music is life. Music is the universal language. Music is all these things in such a real way to us.
Yeah.
That, at the end of the day, I just feel fortunate in a year where we had all this bullshit, where we couldn't go to a single fucking show, that we were fucking graced with so much incredible music to the point where we could do a Filthy 15.
Yeah.
We had enough to where we could do this episode. And
shit, I mean, I don't even think that we mentioned the fact that both at one time or another, both Lamb of God and Hatebreed were like up in the air.
Oh God, like
more so Hatebreed than Lamb of God, because
Children of Bodom, Amon Amarth, like Parkway Drive, like all of our favorite bands, like where they were like, we're not sure if this is gonna be it, that's 100%, dude. Like, and now they're where they're at, and that's nothing but inspirational for people like us that are in this world, that love this stuff, that try to contribute to it through a fucking podcast.
Yeah. And for the record,
and you actually make music, and you actually have a band, so
yeah. But even that, like, there's definitely times where just I was just low on inspiration and stuff, and I feel like to kind of sum up the year as far as like what I felt like as far as like how I was just interpreting just music. It was a lot of it was just like. I initially started off the year before all the bullshit happened. I initially started off the year thinking like, this is probably going to be the year that like I just want to be a fan of new music. I want to be a fan of just music again. Like, I want to just find out like what makes me tick with this stuff. Like, what makes me, kind of feel a certain way. Like, why do, what after all this time, it like that. Not gonna lie, like it's been a pretty it's been a lot of like look inside your own head and really kind of figure out like what's going on kind of a year, and it's not without and kind of to what you were saying, like, Lamb of God for a different reason than Slipknot, I feel like they are just as equal as a favorite band to me as, I'm like I don't know, like it's just I feel like they're as important to me. But yeah, like just to have that and to be able to really kind of, that's why I sort of kind of dove into like the vinyl stuff. That's kind of, and really that like I really seriously plan on continuing to get into that, because that's something that, like, to me, I feel is like so just like underappreciated. And I know that we talked about it before, and I could go on and on about it, but like like how many times I don't know, I'm sure you do all the time, like as far as like putting CDs on and just like sitting and listening to them, but like,
is that the same as vinyl though?
Yeah, like that, and that's one of the things that like I kind of failed to understand until I really kind of like made a couple of these, just like bought a couple of these and really kind of like dove into it, is the fact that like it was like, holy shit, like I don't remember the last time that I did this was. And like I feel like above anything really, like this year really kind of taught me, specifically like music wise, it taught me like, sit down with some of this stuff.
Yeah.
Like really, and there's a lot of stuff like in the stack even, like stuff that you talked about that I was like just kind of just didn't really hit me the same way, or just didn't really, I didn't really pay attention to it because there was all, whatever the reason was, like, like without new stuff, and like just the refreshing thought of the fact that like music is always gonna be there. Like I feel like people always, I always need art, I always need music, I always need something going. It's always, and that's never gonna go away. And the one thing that I can take from this is that like, there was bands, there were sounds, and like even now, I know we touched on this, but like there are gonna be things that come out within the next year that are going to reflect not only what's been happening currently, but what reflects the last year of of what's been happening.
Yep.
And just like where we're at and stuff. It doesn't matter what side of anything you're on. Like it's gonna touch you in a certain way.
Yeah.
And that is, to me, that's what's most exciting about this next this next year is
that is music.
Yeah, like it just, and it keeps me fucking going, man. Like the fact that like there's there's bands that have been around for as long as I've been alive that are still pumping out, new shit. There's bands,
awesome shit. Yeah,
like there's something to look forward to, and at the end of the year, like, you get to look back and figure, and there's always something to, there's always that, like there's always that positive. There's always just something that you can take away from it, and without Lamb of God, without, really Acacia Strain, without Slipknot recently, like without, I'm sure Bodom for both of us really, like they're just, like, I don't know what I'd do without it. And
I don't know either.
And it's, and really like this year was kind of, because I mean, I don't know about you, but and that's kind of maybe why I've gravitated more towards like, like the Ulcerate record I was talking about. It's moments, it's times when there's nobody else around, when it is, when you're just at your most open, that you find things that just light a fire. You know what I mean? Like that.
God, yes.
There are things that come about that there. There's and that's Spirit Box, another band that I talked about earlier. There are certain, I feel like without things being the way that they were, without me, like really kind of, because you don't, I mean, like I feel like we've had this conversation before as far as like, how do you find new bands and how do you like, I feel like part of it is like just finding something that I just want to hear, not being specific about it, but also that like that can just kind of like a lot of the bands that I find, and a lot of the ones that I've landed on were like came from a place of like,
it's like a mood thing.
Yeah, like I remember specifically where I was, or like what I was thinking, or how I felt when like I was first like introduced to this.
Yes.
And it wasn't by accident.
Yes.
In a lot of ways, like it's like Spirit Box specifically, but it was it was also like like End. It was also like Acacia Strain. It was also Lamb of God. It was also it's like I needed something so fucking badly to like just cut it the fuck out. Like to just be like, I don't give a I don't care about what's happening with anything.
I don't give a flying fuck, motherfucker.
Yeah, it's I mean, it's Recorruptor. It's that, it's that like that, and that's it's like I mean, really, it's just a big way of me saying like I don't know what I'd do without music, but it's serious, man.
Without all the music we've talked about tonight, all you bands that we've talked about tonight, like you are every fucking thing to us.
Yeah.
Like you guys, every single fucking band that we've mentioned tonight. You are the ones that keep us going. You are the ones that keep us fucking alive.
Yeah.
Like like you and I are two people where music is literally everything to us.
Yeah. And
without it, we can't go on. Like the music is everything. And
there's like there's so many that I feel like I just didn't mention. I feel like
100%.
And that's kind of why this year was particularly difficult to put a list together for it, because like there were just I don't know, like I don't know if you're the same, but there were things that I wanted to include so bad, but they didn't have quite the weight that they did when they hit me. You know what I mean?
Yes, I had some too.
Like that, a lot of them were the honorable mentions. A lot of them were, I would, but it's just the fact. It's how these hit me. It's how these like.
But at the end of the day, like without them, not only does this podcast never happen, but it's like we live off this shit, especially this year in a crazy way. Like it's just it. You guys mean everything to us. Every band that we've mentioned tonight, you guys mean fucking. You are our world. So I don't know how else to say it. And to get into 2021, we have potential albums. Potential. I don't know if they're confirmed or not yet, but we at least have potential albums from Ozzy Osbourne, Iron Maiden, Nervosa, Guns N' fucking Roses, Megadeth, A Curse Creator, Cannibal Corpse, Jasta, Bodom After Midnight, at least 3 songs, Slipknot, Devil Driver, D. Snyder, Alice Cooper, and The Convalescents. I mean, that's potential. Those are people that I think are working on albums for the next year. And that's insane to me that list already exists.
Yeah. There's a couple here that I wanted to talk about.
Go on.
Because I don't know, and really, I'm just going off of the wiki list. So, and my phone's dead, so fuck it. But whatever, I'll just go off memory for this one, because there are 2 or 3 that I really wanted to bring up. The first one is Architects.
Okay.
Anytime they bring out anything, anytime that like the 2 singles that they put out this year, that's another band that I should have mentioned more. As far as singles go. Because they released 2 of them this year that are probably like a couple of my favorite songs of the year. Black Lungs and Animals was the title of it. It's very different for them, but like, man, Architects is a band that for me, I mean, I've talked about them before.
Oh yeah, dude.
Like
I know how much you love them.
Yeah, like that's kind of the reason why Holy Hell ended up on my list last year. I think it was last year.
Yes, it was. Yes.
So I'm very, and it is like the second effort without their original guitarist, but also I did recently find out that the guy that's in his band called Silosis, there's a guitar player.
Yeah, I know Silosis.
He also plays in Architects.
Oh, okay.
He was on their last record, and he's on this one.
Okay.
I'm looking insanely forward to that. There's a band that fucking A, man. Like if not for this band, if not for the instrumental stuff, if not for just the musicianship on it, if not for like the time, I don't know any other, just I don't know if I would be into progressive music. It's like two members of Dream Theater. I'm talking about there's been it's as far as I can explain it, it's an instrumental project. It's a band called Liquid Tension Experiment.
Okay.
It's Mike Portnoy and John Petrucci.
Holy shit.
They haven't done, as to my knowledge, they haven't done anything together since Mike Portnoy left Dream Theater, or with that whole thing. I don't know. Don't hate me. I don't know details. Fuck it. Whatever. It's an old story. Happened a few years ago. Whatever. They're back doing something. It's basically the original lineup from the first two, but they haven't put a new record together in like 20 years.
Okay.
I think it's like 22 years since the second one.
Okay.
And it's something that, like, it's in line with like Train of Thought Dream Theater for me. Like it's in line with like stuff that like got me into playing drums. Like I'm very excited to hear that. I'm super, like, I don't know, I'm really just highly anticipating that, because like I mean I love instrumental music, but I also love just hearing like those four together. Because it's a bass player. If I could look it up, I would. Who's like world renowned, and that's another keyboard player. I think Jordan Rudess, I think is his name. But yeah, so that's the one. And then the other one, which is kind of divisive. It's not like you'd probably appreciate it more now than in the past. They at this point they are kind of a household name, and it's their first record in a long time. I don't know if you would consider them metal, but A Day to Remember has new release this year, and it's been, I think, since 2018 since they put out something new. Like they put out singles throughout the year that have been really different, really creative for them. They recently like got off a label, went independent for one album, and then they re-signed with another label, who recently were like, like they're signed to the same label that like Paramore and like Panic at the Disco kind of got their start on, but like put out their best albums on that record label. So to me, like those are, I know I'm forgetting a ton of them, but like just off the rip, those are three or four, I don't know how many I mentioned. That I don't know, like I feel, and the fact that like Slipknot, like there's some rumblings there.
Additional slams.
Anytime, yeah. Additional.
Oh yeah, there are
plus,
rumblings.
Plus,
there
yes.
are rumblings that Slipknot will have a new album out this year. That is true.
And fuck, man.
Maybe.
I will
lose my shit.
I will eat that shit up
because the last one's fucking insane.
Yeah.
Like, but either way, my motherfuckers.
I don't know. Did you have any? Oh yeah, you already mentioned. So.
Yeah, I already mentioned all the ones that are anticipated for next year.
Yeah. I know there's some I'm forgetting about, but whatever.
But at the end of the day, we ultimately decided on Lamb of God for our album of the year, Black Dahlia Murder, and all the others we talked about on this episode. This was a full-on special.
Yeah.
And
it's like 5 hours.
Yeah, probably. And man, I was just like. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. Like it's like a year without concerts, and we had this many incredible records.
Yeah.
Like it just. I mean, I just hope all of the bands that we mentioned, every single fucking band that we mentioned tonight, knows that you all mean the fucking world to us, and you helped us get through this year in such an insane way. And I mean, yeah, you'll always be on the top of the list. So, and again, this list was in no particular order, except for Lamb of God. All the rest were in no particular order, but Lamb of God was the number one that you and I both were like, this is our favorite album of the year.
Yeah.
So. Just like last year with Slipknot was your favorite band, this year with Lamb of God, my favorite band.
Well, I would argue that like both are my favorites for different reasons. Like I
I could say the same thing too.
I would definitely say that, like, you know, I mean, if you'd asked me, I don't know. I know we got into this earlier, but if you'd asked me, like, you know, like my big four, I guess it would have been like Lamb of God, Slipknot, Hatebreed, and Slayer at one time.
Fair enough.
And
That's
now
a good big four.
yeah, and now it's more Lamb of God, Black Dahlia Murder, Hatebreed, and like I don't know, like Bodum probably. I don't know, somebody. Yeah, I can't. It's late as shit. We've been talking about this.
It is.
Maybe the Cancer Strain. I don't know, but like
it is. We should wrap this up.
Regardless, yes.
But this was an amazing episode.
Hope you stuck around the whole thing.
We broke down the fucking shit from this year, and if you're still watching this right now, if you're seeing this right now, you are the real motherfucking Crypt Crow.
Fuck yeah.
Come on. Come on, man. Like, that's insane. And
go ahead and fucking spin kick that like button. No, I'm just kidding.
Fuck that. We never asked for that.
Yeah, I don't know.
What we do ask for though, is a fucking cheers. What we do, we never ask you to like or subscribe to anything, but what we do, you gotta pour some more.
Can we get some cheers in the chat?
What we do ask for is a fucking cheers. So, I spilled. You guys are the real motherfucking Crypt Crew. If you're seeing this right now, you stayed true to the end, and here we go.
Hey.
Fucking love you, brother. Thank you
Love
so
you too,
much for everything this year. Like, thank you to all the bands that were on the show this year. You guys are, I can never ever like, it blows my mind.
Yeah.
I can never thank any of you enough. I can never thank you enough for taking this ride with me. Like, it's
Goes both ways, man.
dude, this whole thing is just fucking insane to me. Like, I wake up, lately I've been waking up every day sad that Alexi's gone, but normally I wake up every day that, like, how is this even like, am I doing this? Like, how is this even possible?
Yeah.
And it's just insane to me. So, cheers to all of you. I hope you had a fucking, the best year you could, and let's fucking grab this year by the fucking horns. Even though it had a fucked up start, hey, let's do it for Alexi. Cheers, motherfuckers. Like, let's do it for a fucking, that's where I'm at. The rest of this year is I'm doing it for Alexi. So, yeah, man. Is that it? Is that our Filthy 15 episode 2020?
I think that's it.
I think that's it. So that's gonna be it for this episode, motherfuckers. Do you have anything else?
I don't know. I guess to kind of like go off your point, like, you know, we never, like, the start of this year, I mean, we went into, god damn, that's hitting hard as fuck right now. The start of this year, I had no idea that we would, yeah, the realest of ways. Start of this year, I had no idea that you know, for one, that the video aspect of things would change this so much, and I know that I am the fairly quiet one as far as like some of the episodes, and as far as, like, you know, I'm not
lately, motherfucker.
Right, I've been getting a little more comfortable. But I'll say that, like, you know, it's only out of just wanting to give our platform a chance to give back to the bands that want to be a part of it, and to give back to just the people, you know, just to really give a spot, you know, really give gratitude, and really, like, you know, just the spotlight to you know, just awesome fucking people, man.
Yeah, it's not about us. It's about them.
And that's, you know, that was, you know, I still hold true to that, and I think that's a big part of why, you know, these, like, I mean, it's been like this really, like, 2020, like this year in general. I mean, I know it's past whatever, but like,
not really.
whatever
It's like December 40th, 2020.
yeah, whatever that means. Like within the past, like I feel like, I've really kind of, it blows me away that like, that not only the fact that we stuck with this, and the fact that like we kind of made something that kind of, turned into what it is now, which is like, I mean, we're doing like stuff every week, and just kind of keeping with it, and also giving other people a platform, and other bands to kind of like shine through and stuff like that's, it's all that's really what this is about. And like, I like, if I remember, when I was growing up and stuff, like, there was a couple of things that I always wanted, and one of them was, to be in a band that played live music, and to be in that and stuff, and I did that. But there was another thing that I never really like, I always wanted to do, but I never really like understood, like, or like just like really like carved my niche into. And it was the fact that I always wanted to talk to other bands. I always wanted to kind of have that be an aspect of something that I did. And little did I know that this was going to be the thing that would open the door to that, for a variety.
I didn't know either.
For a variety, yeah, we were both like equally as surprised about it. And so I just hope that, to all the bands that we talked to this year, like and this is really kind of like a big, like, kind of wrap up episode really for the year, and to kind of move things into 2021, which sounds like a fake year, as
right.
for what, for any amount of reasons. But yeah, like, I just wanted to take the time, as long-winded as it's been, to just say thank you, to any of the bands that we talked to anybody that's reached out, to any of the comments that have been left, to our fucking parents for being so open to doing a fucking Christmas episode with us. That like, that was like arguably one of the most fun things that has happened. Like, and I'll always love that. And like, admittedly, like the drum. The little drum off thing that we did, like, really kind of lit a fire in me to want to do more, and to want to, just to get more comfortable with doing extra things.
And all of that will be posted on the clips page within the next week.
Yeah. So yeah, man, like, this is just kind of my way of just like saying thank you, and thank you to you for fucking like kind of tricking me into this, and but also like being as open to my like batshit ideas that turned out to be something that just like added so much to what was happening, and to hopefully to the next year of expanding on that, and to
dude, no, like, I just, are you kidding me? Like, I can't believe I tricked somebody into this and take this ride with me. No one's been on this more than you have with me, and in the last year, I've felt you having more dedication than ever, and it's absolutely just. I seriously don't know what I would do without you on this thing. So this whole thing was started just it's for a selfish reason, for me to fucking capture some of the conversations that I love with my best friends.
Mm-hmm.
And you were one of them.
Yeah.
And it is still that. You're absolutely right, because the last episode was this Jordan, and that is exactly that.
Mm.
But the fact that, like, you're still going with me, and the fact that bands and other people like have seen our shit and actually want to be on, it every single fucking day that I wake up, it blows my mind that you want to be involved. It blows my mind that anybody else wants to be involved. It's so fucking humbling to me. Like, I really don't know. I don't know how to ever thank you or anybody that's been on enough. I simply don't have the words. It's just, you all mean the fucking world to me, and I could not do this without you. So yeah, like
likewise, man.
that's it. Even on episodes where we don't have anybody, like those are honestly, like, don't get me wrong, I love the guests. Every guest we've had on, I love. But don't get me wrong, I love our solo episodes.
Yeah.
Like this one, like this one.
Yeah.
Like these are some of the most absolute fun to me. These are just two best friends, fucking geeking out about our favorite shit.
Yeah.
And I fucking love this so much. Yeah, man. Like, Jesus Christ. Like, I don't know. That's cheers.
Oh shit! I won't pretend there's something in this.
Cheers.
Well, yeah. When in Rome.
Cheers to the real. Cheers you again. Cheers to the real motherfucking Crypt Crow. Come on. But that's all I got.
With that,
yeah, let's wrap this one up.
you know, I like.
Yeah, something?
I don't know. It's just crazy.
It is crazy. Like, it's weird. Like, I don't know. I don't know how to express my gratitude for everything that's happened this past year.
Yeah.
Like, it's mind blowing to me.
Yeah.
From all the bands that have been on that we mentioned tonight, like
like this is kind of a mismatch of like a few different episodes, but like I don't know. It just like I can't think of a better way to not only close things out, but to also like bring things in as far as like the next year.
Yes.
Because I don't know. I feel like at least musically, I feel like it ended on a high note, and I would like that's I mean, that's always been the one thing that is like that I can count on. Is like it's gonna, you know.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Before I start rambling and getting into stuff that doesn't have any context, because I do that at this time of night because it's ridiculously late at night, but I have no regrets about it.
This is what we do. This is what we
do.
Just so, what time is it? Just tell people. What time? Your phone's right here.
It's dead.
Oh my God.
Where's
my phone?
We are sitting here now. It is 3:20 in the morning.
3:20 a.m. 3:20 a.m.
Like,
for you people,
yeah.
because we are lost in the dark, and this is what we do.
We started recording this at like what 7? Like, well, no, it was more like 8.
8.
Yeah.
So it's, oh my God. Oh my God.
Long time ago, basically.
Like,
but yeah, let's
wrap this one up.
Yes.
Motherfucker.
Put a fucking pin in 2020. Fucking send it to the morgue. Whatever.
You are my fucking brother. You're my blood brother for fucking life.
100%.
Thank you so much for taking this ride with me, man. There's no fucking way I can ever express to you how much that means to me. This drinking horn is just a fucking. There's no fucking way. If it was made of gold, maybe. Like, that's the only way I could express to you. Like, I like it means the world to me. Thank you so much for taking this ride and being as into it as you are and wanting to continue on to the next year. We got a lot more coming, people. We got a lot more coming, motherfuckers. Like, so it's just
Well, thank you, I guess, for spearheading the platform to give me of just a chance to just use my voice to speak about things that are cool. Just think about speak about things that I love.
That's all this is, and it's nothing but love here. So we're just trying to be a positive fucking channel. I know our episodes are long, but we're just trying to be as positive as we can be and talk about the things that we fucking love and support them and get them out there in any way that we can. And in more ways.
Matter of fact, if you've been and we'll wrap this up after this for the fifth time, but if you have made it to the end of this episode,
oh my God,
the only way that we will ever know is for one, if you just fucking leave a comment of your favorite album of the year.
Not even leave a comment on your favorite album of the year, or just the horns emoji.
Yeah.
Just that.
Yeah.
Just that. Just to let us know that you saw the end of this.
Because for me,
that's all I'm asking.
Yeah. To me, because we've been doing this for a minute, and
a few years now.
Yeah, and to me, one of I would going into the next year for things I feel like we would really like to to reach out to you guys. We would like to who is watching our videos? Who's watching?
We literally don't know.
Yeah,
we literally have no fucking idea who's watching.
Yeah,
outside of Aaron from Victims of the System.
Yeah,
we have no.
Yeah.
Shout out to you, brother.
Yes,
we have no fucking idea who's watching this shit.
Yeah.
So
if
you are. We're not even asking for a subscription.
No. Yeah.
All we're asking is for a horns emoji.
Yeah.
Just something little. Just let us know that you're seeing this. That this is a little thing. Just a little thing. Or maybe your favorite album of the year. Just a little. We never ask for anything, ever. that is honestly part of our thing.
Yeah.
We never ask for anything, but. Because we're metal, we're DIY till you die. We don't push our shit on anyone. This is for us ultimately. Mm-hmm. But if you are seeing this and you liked it and you're seeing it to the end, just give me a horns. Just give me a horns up. It could be on Instagram, it could be on YouTube, it could be on Facebook. I don't fucking care where you do it.
Yeah.
Just hey, there's hey. I'm watching. That's all I'm asking for. That's all I'm asking for on this Filthy 15. We won't ask for anything again until a year later, the next Filthy 15, because we never ask for anything, because that is not our. We are just here to talk about the things that we love and promote the things that we love that maybe you haven't heard of yet. Yeah. So
we also, we just want, maybe, at some point we kind of like to, figure out a way to just build off of this.
Yeah. Sure, whatever. But also make sure.
Let's wrap it up.
Make sure you're fucking supporting A Suffocating Lie, War, Balgraith, Scream at the Sky, Fitting Revenge, fucking Interpreter, Victims of the System, fucking. All these fucking bands that were on the fucking show. That's what's more important. I'd rather you fucking support them than us. I'm not lying. Seriously. This is a platform for that shit. So, they're the ones that definitely support them. I'm sure. Bravura, Casket Robbery.
Yes.
God damn it. All these bands that are fucking
the Mad Notes.
The Mad Notes and the Convalescence. The fucking lessons. Dude, if you've not heard the Convalescence, fucking look. I can't even. No. We're not even gonna get because they're so good. It's just look up the fucking Convalescence, alright? But alright. I don't know how else to end this one. That's all I got.
Can we get a fuck you 2020 in the comments?
Fuck you 2020.
That's
oh yeah.
That's another thing you can leave. Oh nice. Oh
yeah. Yeah.
That's another thing you can leave if you made it to the end of this. Leave us one of those. I don't know. Let's get the fuck out of here.
Let's get the fuck out of here. All right. I fucking love you.
Love you all.
If you're still watching this right now, you are our fucking heroes. You mean everything. Did you really?
Go on.
That meant everything to us. That meant everything to us. That was so funny. I'm sorry. But that meant everything to us if you're still watching this right now. And I don't even you are our fucking heroes. But Aaron.
As always.
As
always.
We got a lot more coming, but until then, come on, Aaron. Do it with me. Raise your fucking horns and bang your
fucking
goddamn
heads.
heads. We love you all to death. Good
night.